it's Chronologically Gaming, the only channel that's perpetually retro because we're playing every video game in order of release. Welcome to the next evolution of people on the internet talking about video games. It's currently October 1982, where we were last checking out Ken Ustin's Blackjack and Poker on the ColecoVision. A very well done Blackjack and Poker, believe it or not. Let's see what our next title is. Our next title really isn't a title. It is on the Commodore VIC-20, and it's from the magazine Compute. This is Laser Barrage. Let's check it out. So this marks our 282nd Commodore VIC-20 game we're going to play here on the show. And this is part of the October issue of Compute magazine, the journal for progressive computing. Here's the cover of that issue. It has a few things like the Commodore 64 memory map. Ooh, juicy. And I don't know what's going on with the screenshot. Looks like, Dad's confused while you're having fun gaming, I guess, something like that. And then if you flip to the right page, you can see there's Laser Barrage, Sean Igo. Here's a one-player game for 40-column pets, and it also can run on 80-column machines if you program it based on whatever page you turn to. And it says we got 15 enemy robots after some fuel pods that are trying to get your fuel pods. You have to defend them, blow up the robots. Man, there's so many robots now. I mean, think of the Robotron 2084. Robots are amok right now in 1982. Laser Barrage has 8 main routines, all noted in the program, and it explains how to win, which is just kill all the robots before they get your fuel pods. And then it has a few tips for playing, as well as all the pages, because you'd have to type this in. There's an example of the screenshot. We also have a few different versions. Make sure you have 8K on your Commodore VIC-20. Let's type it and play Laser Barrage. It's just Sean Igo. Whenever you type this in October 1982. Do we need instructions? Yes. Now, just imagine we spent the time to type this in. Probably took an hour or two, and now we're playing the game. So after all that work, maybe debugging, it's working. It's up, and now let's check it out. We want instructions. Yes. Tell us how to play Laser Barrage in the game. That's pretty cool, even though we shouldn't have had the Compute magazine to tell us. Let's see what you got, Sean. The object of the game is to defend 10 fuel pods from 15 robots. Your fuel pods look like this. The robots look like that. So we got fighting green robots. The barriers are here and look like that. So I guess that's the walls. Oh, nice. We got 8 different directions to move our ship around. if yo is up, if yo is down. Very nice. And then the controls are rotate clockwise or counterclockwise, move around, fire your laser, and stop moving. Almost feels like maybe because we look like the triangle from Asteroids, maybe it's going to play like that. All right. Yes, it should, Ubicor. Let's make it happen. All right, pressing return to go on. If you have a G, you'll move forward until... Okay, so it's apparently we're going to be able to move forward continuously until we say we want to stop in any direction. You cannot destroy barriers or wall sections. If you hit a wall, you'll just bounce off. Robots will move toward a target pod, and they smash anything in their path, including barriers and you. So we have to destroy those robots. Good luck. You'll lose all your pods if you're eaten, or if you are... Okay, maybe there's a typo there. You blast all the robots to win. Press spacebar to play. Okay, everyone got the controls. It's keyboard only. We just typed it in to play, and here we go. Laser Barrage. It already looks like Commodore VIC-20, but the resolution looks different. Usually when we play these games, it has a little lower resolution than this. Okay, so I'm the black triangle that moves around, and just like they explained, I go in the same direction until I decide to say stop. The robots are all green. I call them aliens for a sec because they look green. But anyway, you move around the screen and you decide when you want to... Let me just flip to there. Okay, there's my laser, and there's no sound. So it looks like Sean didn't program any sound for us. But you see, I'm just supposed to blow up all of these robots. But it works. If you spent the time to type it in, you'd have an okay time. But you got to make sure you take these guys out before... they blow the fuel pods up or blow you up. You've been defeated. You've been destroyed. You zapped 5 of the 15 robots. Do you want to play again? Well, if I spent 2 hours typing this in, yes, I would want to play again. Now, we've already played a few games similar to this with the 8-way directions and the constant moving, where when you decide which direction you want to go, it just happens. Also, it has some randomness to it. When we played this game, it is... it's building the level up. But we've seen plenty of games that do that. All right, so let's see. Can we keep going? Twist, turn. There you go. Oh, you do bounce off the walls, just the same direction. So yeah, for a keyboard-only game that you typed in, this is pretty fun. Sadly, it has to go against for our rating system, all the other games you could play on a home computer. And that's all the commercial releases too. So I would say this one has a little bit to be desired. Also, we had a few typos, and I'm noticing we're getting a little clunky controls, but it's a game you typed in from a magazine, so you didn't pay for it. You only paid for the magazine. Maybe a couple bucks. That's pretty nice. That's true. While you were typing in the magazine, your friends were probably playing Donkey Kong on the ColecoVision at home. You've been defeated, and we zap none of the robots. So you pretty much have to blow up all 15 robots before you can move on to the next screen. Do we want to play again? No. Oh, that's true. You can mod it yourself. Good point, Manly. That's right. So that's Laser Barrage. Of all the games you can play right now on a home computer, I gotta say subpar. Control-wise, it's keyboard only. It is typed in, and it's a little bit clunky. And we played other typing games that have been impressive. So just so you know, not all typing games are to be thrown away. There are some, like Maniac, that we played on the Atari home computer. That was a Berserk clone that you could play two people. You and a person could play together playing Berserk, shooting against each other. Really, really cool. So I'm going to say of all the games so far, though, this one's a 1.5 star. It's down in the bad range because there's many more games that you could be playing that respond better, faster, and gameplay's better. I'm looking in the chat. I see Manly throwing out 2.5 stars. Very, very nice. I got to go lower. We played a lot better, especially with shooters, top-down shooters, and even on the VIC-20, there's been better shooters than this one. All right. Looking over, I also see, yes, maybe we should set the page on fire, but I'm glad they didn't because we could be playing it right here on Chronologically Gaming. All right, let's press forward and see our next game. Time to go to the arcade. All right, and we're going to Japan to play Lasso. I am not familiar with Lasso. Let's see what it's like together. Starting with the advertisement flyer that you first would have seen in Japan. A few screenshots down there, and you can see it's by SNK. SNK, also known by the moniker Shin Nihon Kikaku, which we saw 4 games with that title, and then 5 games by SNK so far here on the show. And since I can't read Japanese, let's see what it was like when it was released in North America. Feel the cowboy spirit. We protect animals from wolves. You're the winner if you do the rodeo championship. Nice. So a rodeo themed game, and we kind of saw rodeo games with Stampede on the Atari VCS, but it's pretty rare to see a game that's trying to do rodeo. Westerns, there's plenty of games that have that kind of theme here on the show. There's the arcade cabinet you would have seen by SNK. It looks like the same shininess of a few other SNK titles we've already seen in the arcades. Man, going to Japan, though, imagine all the other arcade games you could be playing right now. The best, hottest games are already out. Zaxxon, Donkey Kong Jr., that's all available right now. And there you go. You got 2 buttons, rope button and shot button, and an 8-way joystick. And if you look on the far side, the control panel shows you how to play the game over there. So there you go. There's the controls. Oh, 4-way joystick and Lasso and Fire. And there's our arcade marquee for Lasso. Yee-haw! What's Lasso going to be like? There's an example of the screenshot. Let's go to the arcade and play some Lasso. This is by SNK. It's sometime in the beginning of October 1982. How much yen do we have to put in? Here's our attract mode. Oh, it already kind of looks like Stampede, but it's not auto-scrolling. But you're on the horse, lassoing all the different animals. Pretty cool. So it's an arcade game that's not a shooter. That's pretty shocking because we see just so many. Hundreds already. By October 1982 are shooters. Maybe we'll have a gun since we're playing as a Western. All right, so the attract mode is just going right into the game. Let's go ahead and put some quarters in if we're playing in North America. And go. Warming up. We got to warm up. Face the direction of the animals. Don't move the cowboy. Press the lasso button for the length of the rope and release to form the loop. No way. So it's a training mode that we can actually play in the arcade. That's very rare. All right, so let's try it out. All right, so essentially if you just tap the lasso button, it just makes the circle pretty quick. But if you hold it down, look how far the lasso goes. And when you let go, that's when it draws the circle to loop around the animal. I see. Very, very cool. Great mechanic. And then what, can we lasso other animals? What about this guy? Oh, not the wolves. There's my fire or my shot. What am I shooting? It looks like am I throwing meat? I don't know what that is. It's definitely not bullets, though. So if you look at the top left of the screen, that's how many wolves might come out to get me. And then every time I rescue, look at that. The wolves take the sheeps away from the back. And I have also a snake coming out of a well, it looks like. All right, let's take care of that one. Oh, this is fun. Very, very fun. And a new concept, because we're technically not shooting anything. Maybe the wolves with whatever that... Maybe I'm throwing feces at the wolves to have them go away. So you still have a shot, and yeah, it's correct. It's a 4-way joystick. I only got 4 different directions. But after you rescue all the sheep, they get back in their pen at the top of the screen, and then you're good. I know, look, I'm a cowboy that has a beard like Mario. And we're slowing them down. I like it. Looks like the sheep, or what is this, cattle? Okay, yeah, the cattle slow down whenever the wolf shows up. Look at the way I walk. I look like I'm doing fisticuffs. All right, let's go another one there. Nice. Yeah, cool. For a fresh idea, we'll love those here on the show. After we play so many of the same game, yeah, this one is doing something different. Top-down view, though, isn't different, or diagonal-down view, whatever it's close to top-down. Let's get him. Come on, little doggies. And can we hit them? And as they get faster and faster... Lots of wolves, and you can see in the top left how many wolves are left to come down. And the gameplay mechanic's pretty simple. You just hold down your lasso, and the longer you hold it down, the farther it goes. But once you release the button, then it makes the circle. I don't have to do anything to make the circle. Oh, and we got classic public domain music here. Oh, but what is that, a dragon in the well? The dragon just blew me over. I know, I look like a cross between Mario and Bluto, definitely. We've already seen a few games that look like Mario. I mean, he's pretty hot right now. All right, guys, so how do we get over here? Get our high score in. Works with the 4-way joystick. Oh, nope. 2 H's. Every time you're pressed for time to put your high score in, you always do the wrong one. But we're on top right now. Is that what it looked like? It did, Manly. Way before... that character that you're talking about. But this isn't Japan. The popular name is Yoshi, so why not? All right, let's put another coin in. I want to keep playing Lasso. How far can we go? How many animals can we collect? And look at this. They have a warm-up stage. Trying now. So every time you play, you get to warm up. I can freely move around. Usually we get the warm-up or how to play the game from the attract mode, but this one, you begin the game with about 15 seconds where you can practice using your lasso. That's awesome. And I'm getting used to the idea. I obviously gotta need to stay away from the well if whoever that is in the well is coming after me. And that was a good shot, but it's not shooting. Can we double up and get 2 at once? I bet we can for bonus points. All right, let's see. No, you got me again. I forgot. You gotta stay away from the well. Brian's thrown out a solid 3.5 stars of all the games you could play right now. Yeah, I like how this is doing something different. It reminds me of when we played Samurai in the arcade in March of 1980. There's no other game that's really like Samurai because it's a fighting game, but you're fighting multiple people at once. We'd call it like a beat 'em up or a hack and slash, and Samurai felt like that way. Or another one was Warp and Warp in July of 1981. In the arcade, that was doing something different than just a normal shooter. That honestly had elements that felt like Bomberman. They got me again. I gotta stay away from those wells. Let's go. Can we collect more at once? Yes, we can. So you can... Too cool. All right, we got... The wolves are getting faster, and all the enemies are getting quicker. Oh, I missed him. There's one. Nice. Okay, so that wolf's going for him. Your shot is kind of like Space Invaders or other fixed shooters where you can only fire one at a time. Or if the cattle gets you, you die too. So you gotta watch out for everybody and only lasso the animals that you can lasso. Alright, so don't hold the button in. That's it. Can we go down? No, you can't. You gotta loop around to do the high score. Man, those... We've already seen a few games that have a little bit better functionality, but it's still fun. This graphics mode, though, is like the next wave or next revolution of arcade games. Look how much color we're getting on the screen, and the backgrounds aren't solid black anymore. All right, let's put another coin in. We only get 3 lives, but we do get practice. I wonder if I can mess around on the practice screen. All right, let's try it. Go up there. No, it won't let me go into the letters. But you can see, you can throw your shot, work on your lasso. How far away can we go? 2, 1. Oh, we ran out of time. And enemies always start fast, but then they slow down because I think the wolf is coming out. Oh, I guess we can't. Yeah, we can't lasso the grass. I see. They didn't have that in the practice, though. Die. Nice. 2 at once. So that means you can do combos and lasso multiple enemies at one time. This is pretty cool. So if you were at home playing on the Atari VCS and you had Stampede and liked the idea of, you know, lassoing, that game felt more like a shooter. This one actually feels like you're doing the work as a rancher. And this has nothing to do with herding. Like, we're not playing the game Sheepdog on the ZX Spectrum where we're playing as a sheepdog herding different sheep. This one's, you actually got to use the lasso. It's pretty cool. Yeah, definitely not a Stampede clone. I'd like to see an updated version of Stampede on the Atari VCS. That'd be awesome. There we go. Got a nice combo. Stay away from the wells. Oh, and he got one. Nope. That's right. I am your master. Don't even think about it. Yeah, that's a good point. Can we get all the wolves killed? If we kill all of them, then is there no threat? But now the animals get more and more dangerous. Look at this. This is donkeys with red eyes. Oh, gosh. They look more scary. Alright, we're gonna run, throw a couple of whatever it is I'm throwing at the wolves. Die! Oh, and the smoke of Yoshi is going farther and farther away. Or, I'm sorry, the dragon from the well. No! Alright, go... Nope, nope. Darn! You have to also think of the timing of how close you want to gauge your lasso, you know, if you want to go close or far away. Okay, that's a blast. I know, I love the demonic donkeys. And another element is, how many animals are there? Are there all the ones in the attract mode, or can you see more if you play further? That's really fun. Okay, so we got to leave the arcade. That was a good taste of Lasso. Of all the games you can play right now in the arcade, I would say starting at 3.5 stars easy of all the titles you can play right now in the arcade because of the fresh idea. And it's executed well. Plays well for all the games you can play right now. I'm even going to say even higher than that because of this concept and how we're not doing a shooter, but it still works well because you have to time the lasso. I'm going to say 4 stars. Over in the chat, I see Manly throwing out 3 stars, 1 quarter game. That's true. Compared to everything else out there, it's not going to push into the realm of the best arcade games you could play, but still a lot of fun. Yeah, and maybe you want to go play Satan's Hollow too. All right, I'm still going to say 4 stars. Lasso, fun time in the arcade, at least if you were in Japan. All right, and with that, let's see what our next game is. Time to go to play on the Apple II. This is Lazer Silk. Lazer Silk. I have no idea what this one's going to be like. Let's check out the box. Oh, nice. Looks like maybe another Centipede game with spiders and insects all over the front. Looks gross, and I love it. So this one, it marks our 381st game that we're going to play on the Apple II. That's how many games could be out there that you could play. 81 games. This is our 81st game. I know, right? It looks scary on the front. Who are we? Are we playing as a spider, the insect, or whatever that green larva thing is in the middle? So this is by Eric Knopp. Way to go, Eric. You only need 48K on your Apple II. And this one is Gebelli Software. This one marks our 13th game by Gebelli Software. Started by another really good developer, Nasir Gebelli. Flip it over on the back and it tells us how to play as Spider. Your territory's under attack and you have to defend your web. Oh, we're playing as the Spider. Okay. Protect your web from being torn apart, leaving you stranded. You have to bundle and capture bugs. Oh, interesting. So you're actually going to be using your web to bundle up the bugs and then kill them. There's the different objects or bugs we can take out. And then we have controls and also joystick if you have joystick controls. Bundle, shoot, and prevent holes in your web. Interesting. So it's maybe not just like Centipede. What other artwork do we have for Lazer Silk? And maybe we're going to be a spider. Yes, that shoots freaking laser beams from its eyes. That's what the front cover is. So it has two different flavors of box. This one's from the manila folder. If you got this one by Gebelli Software, and there's the back of the manila folder with a 5 1/4 floppy disk for our Apple II. Sweet, with an example of the screenshot. Let's pop in and play some Laser Silk. This is by Eric Knopp of Gebelli Software, published by Softsmith or Gebelli at sometime the beginning of October 1982. Whoa! He's already shooting lasers out at us. So that's us playing as a spider. They're doing that really cool elliptical web trick. Now they're really showing off what the Apple II can do. Oh, I know so many good things. So this one's not by Nasir Gebelli, but his software company. Buzzer. There's our buzzer. If we bundle them, we lose a life. Oh, so we just have to shoot those. Then Superflies. So we have to remember the enemies of which ones we need to bundle and which ones we need to destroy. There's the Electrode and the Bull Weevil. So lots of enemy types. Looks like we shouldn't shoot those. The Widowmaker. Oh, and we shouldn't even touch those, it looks like. I know, these were all the rage back in 1982, Manly. Because they were a bunch of straight lines, but arranged in a pattern that made them curved. All right, let's go for it. How do we do this? Okay, so Laser Silk. Change the level with arrows. We can go left and right, picking the level we want. Let's start on level 0. And if we wanted the joystick, we can. Let's go for it. Push the button for our Apple II joystick. And so on my test playthroughs, this changes every time. At least the color did. All right, so there you go. I am at the left side of the screen. I can move, what is that, 8 different directions, but I can only fire one way. Looks like I can. And how do I move around? Interesting. Okay, so the edge of the web is where the edge of the ellipses is. So as I move this way, notice I can't go to the past anything. I can't go past that. But if I make my way over here to the top, I can work my way around. But my shot only goes left and right. And the enemies come from a center vortex, almost like Tempest. But I'm not really able to shoot or have the freedom to shoot like Tempest. All I have is, can I go 8? Can I go 8? No, I can only shoot left and right. So while my spider moves in those directions, I can only move or shoot left and right. Interesting. I know this would be a very proto Black Widow. So notice that whenever the enemies clear the web, that means I've lost my my maneuverability. I can no longer cross over here to the left. It's blocked, and I have to work my way all the way around to the top here. Go around this side, and then am I blocked here? Yeah. Oh, and then an enemy just dropped down and killed me. So there. So this means we moved to the next one. So we destroy all the enemies. Where's the capturing ones? Maybe we just touch them because they're on the web. Because all I have is the one button on the Apple II joystick to shoot everything. The effects are pretty cool, but it's not really enough to sell the game because we've seen some really nice graphics done on the Apple II and several other shooters, and this one really doesn't impress as much. I mean, it is, changing up besides, moving left, right, and firing if it was a normal fixed shooter. So I see how it works. If you can touch the enemy, that's what's called capturing. But shooting your laser, that's what will, see this one right here, just touch it. And I've just webbed it. See that? It's all webbed up. And then I can go for the next one. So you have to, I guess, use the manual a little bit. This one, I only want to shoot. Take them out. And down in the center of the screen, all those dots are all the number of enemies we have to take out. All right, let's see if we can take this one out. Oh, he's still, what? He's just crossing the screen, but I can't get to the other side there. Maybe because we only have to capture. I see. Yep. Yeah, you can only touch that one. This means you'd have to refer to the manual of which insects you can go for and which ones not. Like that one. I think that's the dreaded Black Widow. Yeah, and I'm with you there, Chiptune. Of all the shooters we played on home computers, there's a lot faster ones out there. This one's making the Apple II look like it's slow. And bear in mind, I'm playing this right now on an emulator that's running the Apple IIe more enhanced than the actual Apple IIe. So this one's running even faster, or a little bit faster than you would have played in 1982. So there you go. We finished level 0, level 1. Now we're moving on to level 2. So looking over the chat, I already see 3 stars, almost 3.5 from Errol, and then 2.5 from Chiptune. And another 2.25, which I can't do, Paul, but I appreciate it. Yeah, so this one has elements involved that would work well because it's doing something different than just normal shooter. And in fact, it reminds me of shooters we've seen on the Apple II that don't play like anything else, like Guardian. We already saw that on the Apple II, and then another one was called Falkland Island Crisis. It's doing something different, but the execution for this one, it's not as good. And also we have the element that you can touch or wrap up enemies if you get there fast enough. So I actually don't like it as much because the shot you're firing left and right only. Like this one, if I can capture him as he moves across the screen. But because I can't fire, I'm supposed to find the enemies and capture them in the web. Let's see. Let's go over to this one and just wrap them up. There we go. Yeah, I feel a little stilted only being able to shoot left and right. So I can follow the enemy. Let's go take him out. Yeah, below average, definitely, yeah. It's not bad. I would not call this a bad game. Right now, this would be a game that you could still play and enjoy. It's surprising, though. Usually from Gebelli Software, we get some really good games. High-quality games, polished, and this one's not quite there. This one reminds me of somewhere around the average range of other games you could play on home computers in general. There we go. So I'm getting the hang of it, though. As you move around, you decide which insects you need to just walk across or touch to capture, and then which ones you want to fire and shoot off. See, I'm going to get over here as fast as I can and get it. There we go. Captured. And then move to the top here. And if you want some other games right now that you could play that have insects and bugs and things like that, you need to check out the Spider Invasion game. That one's pretty fun. Oh, that's true. This sounds pretty good, Chiptune. Yeah, we don't have any wet farts. Thanks. That's Gebelli Software for you. Pushing the sound of the Apple II. All right. That's a good taste of Laser Silk. Or enough Laser Silk is what I'll handle right now. So of all the games you can play right now on any home computer, it's still around the average range of all the titles you could play so far. I'm going to say 2.5 stars, mainly because of the stilted firing controls, but I like the idea that they did something different, something new than just your plain old average shooter. So pretty good. There's Laser Silk. All right, it's time to put the video game playing on pause. Or if you're in the arcade, we just ran out of quarters. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining me, playing everything in order of release. If you get a chance to check out our link down below, that's all the games we've ever played. We now have included all the games people have said, hey, you missed this game, and it's on the list. It's going to be part of what we call the backlog. So you can see, if we haven't seen the game on the show or you're not able to see it from Chronologically Gaming, we will get to it eventually or play it as part of the backlog. Next time on Chronologically Gaming, grab your flippers, because it's time to deep dive into arcade fun. That's it for today, and like I always say, when it comes to video games, everything is out to get you, and you must stop it. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel and joining me on my quest to play every single video game in order of release. We'll be streaming live every weekday at 9 p.m. Central, so join us and let us know if we missed any games along the way. This video would not be possible without Launchbox, RetroArch, and MAME. Tell all your friends there's some crazy guy named Chronologically Gaming trying to play every single video game. We have links down below that'll send you to places like our Discord and Patreon, and one that says all the video games we've ever played. If you go there, it's a list of everything, and you can click right to the game you want to see. Chronologically Gaming is the name to look for. We are Perpetually Retro, and we will catch you next time.